Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. First things first, Happy New Year. This is my first video of 2017, and this also is my month where I do hit a year on YouTube. Clearly, I did not really succeed in it very much. I gave up for like half of the year basically, but I definitely want to change that, and I really hope that I can turn it around this year. Thank you guys so much for clicking on my video and staying this long. If you guys don't know me, my name is Crystal and this is my channel. So this video is all related to 2016 and the beauty products that I love the most. I'm going to be sharing with you guys my A1 OG products that I love and have rebought over and over and over again, and will if I run out of it. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video. If you guys are new, don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you very soon. So first things first, let's start off with how I would do my face. I start with priming my face. Now, I love this, and it really hydrates my face. Now, there was a time on Snapchat where I was rambling about it, and I said that it helped with my acne and my scarring. Now I'm not so sure. I've actually been having some acne problems, so I don't feel like it's working. But for moisturization and hydration, this really works. This is the rosehip oil. This is my second bottle, and I'm actually already down to here. Like this part, actually, this lower part is all I have left, so I have to go rebuy this. You can find this at TJ Maxx. I've only seen it at TJ Maxx before. And I really like it. If you have dry skin, definitely recommend. And I like to put it where my wrinkles are, my smile lines. I definitely have it really bad smile lines, and it definitely marks it with some foundation. So I like to put this. And anytime I have like a scab or a really dry piece of my skin, I take the dropper and I put it on top and just kind of let it soak in. And it definitely does work. This is really inexpensive. It's like only $8, I believe, that I've been using constantly is the rosehip oil and then the Mario Badescu. This is probably like my fourth bottle of Mario Badescu setting spray or whatever it is. It's a skincare product. I love this. I use this before, after, in the middle, at night. I use this every time I'm feeling really dehydrated in the face, if that makes sense, where I need moisturization and hydration. This just really works, and it's only $7, I believe. I wish it really just sinks everything into your skin, and not it doesn't sit on top of your face. It really sets in, and it just makes your face look a lot more nicer, smoother, and just a lot better. So after I'm done priming, I do my eyebrows, and the only eyebrow utensil and product that I've ever used is my Milani Easy Brow pencil, which is this one right here. Now, the only thing that sucks about this is that it only has two shades, I believe. It's like a taupey color and then a dark brown. I have the dark brown because I have dark hair. I love this. I've gone through, I wouldn't be surprised if I've gone through 10 of these, but I feel like that's a little extreme. I don't know. 7 or 10 of these, definitely more than 5. I go through this a lot. I really like it. It really works really well for me. It is a retractable, I'm not saying retractable pencil. I love it, and it does have a lot of products, depending on how much you use it. I do use it really frequently, so I don't know. It just kind of depends on the user. I really like the pencil, and it's the only eyebrow pencil I've ever had ever. That's what I use to do my brows. And then after brows, I like to prime my eyes, carve it out with concealer, and then start working with my eyes. So for concealers, this will be concealer's face and concealer to carve my brows and prime my eyelids. I have two concealers, but what I use to carve my brows and prime my eyes is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. Now, I am very aware that they're not cruelty-free, so I use the Fit Me Concealer. I have traded shades between 10 and 15. This is a really old one. I thought this was my shade 15, although that one is running out too. But anyway, so I do use this. I used to hate this concealer. I thought it sucked, and I don't know what happened, but throughout the year, I changed my mind, and it actually really worked. It's still iffy sometimes. It has its good days and bad days, but this is definitely an OG A1 original concealer. What I like to do now, because I have really bad under eyes, I bought this a while ago. I bought this back in the summer, like early summer. I used this for prom and I hated this alone. Like I thought I loved this, but when I went to prom and I was sweating and dancing and everything, it was so cakey under my eyes and the consistency is so thick. I was like, oh my gosh, like I was so embarrassed how bad and splotchy and patchy. Like it was everything. It was like your worst nightmare that you would think your makeup would look on prom day. That's how bad it looked. And that was like when I was dancing. It was the end of the night, but even that, like I was just so, I was like, oh my gosh, why? But I figured out not too long ago a way to use this and it works. So I actually put this concealer, in the inner of my eye, so like right here. And then I use the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in whatever shade I'm using at that time. And I like smudge it all the way over here, but I also add a layer of this under my eyes. So like the formula not contradicts it, like they work together and make a really like I don't know, just like it covers my circles. I mean, I feel like nothing ever really covers my circles, but like it really gets in there. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it just really gets in there. And I really do like those as a combination, as a duo. But this alone is definitely, I say skip on. It's not good. So for eyeshadow palettes, I definitely have two that I was just like, oh my gosh, like I love it. I can't get enough of it. And I still use it till this day. One of them my boyfriend bought as a gift. And then the other one I bought for myself. They're both collaborations. I want to talk about is the Laura Lee and Violet Voss palette. I cannot, like, if you guys don't get your hands on this, fine, whatever. Like, don't get it. But if you guys are debating and you guys just don't know, I say get it. And if you're looking for a palette, I say get it. I love Laura Lee. I follow her. I've been following her for a really long time. Like, I've followed her even before I think she hit 1 million. So that's like really huge because she's like she has 2 million subscribers now. And this is what the palette looks like. It's really jaggedy and dirty, I know, because I use it like crazy. Like you see dents everywhere. Like look at the indentations. So this is the palette my boyfriend bought for me. I love this. This is the palette, the only palette I took to California when me and my boyfriend went to California on a trip together, and I was never disappointed. Like you can do so many looks with this. It's just really pretty, and I just can't, like the pigmentation and the shade range. It's a really warm palette, but I love warm palettes. And I just love like the metallic shades and like they're just so pretty. Like here's like a finger swatch. Like look how pretty that is. Super pretty, and like all of them are super premium today. Like let me just show you some matte ones. We'll take Alabama, we'll take Birches, we'll take Fried, and we'll take Ragamuffin. Ragamuffin. So there's Ragamuffin. Like look how pigmented that is. And like buttery, like they're butter. And those are the other 3. Like they're so pretty and I love it. And I'm so thankful that my boyfriend got his hands on it because I didn't get my hands on it because I was in Puerto Rico when I got this. So this came out like in the middle of the year in June, July, I don't know. But it's definitely my favorite, and I feel like it will forever be my favorite. Out of all the palettes I've had and everything, this is definitely one of my favorite palettes that I've gotten. And I'm just so thankful my boyfriend got it for me. For on anything. Like, this is definitely one of my favorite palettes. I definitely recommend it. Like, it's so worth the $45. It really, really is. It's really nice. And it comes, like, now in holographic packaging, which is a lot cuter. But I like this packaging, too. It's really cool. And then next one, this is the Morphe and Kathleen Lights palette. This one retails for $15, and then with the shipping, even the discount, if you only get the palette, it is $21. I love this palette. This palette compared to the other one, you're like, what? But I love this palette. I love Morphe shadows. Like I said, I have single Morphe shadows. I remember I wanted to try them. I got 11 single eyeshadows, and I heard someone, like, I wanted to try it out for myself because someone said that they weren't as good as the ones in the palette. I totally disagree. I think they live up to this standard, and I really think that their palettes and their eyeshadows are worth the money. The single eyeshadows are only $2, which is ridiculous and super inexpensive, and this palette is only $15. So imagine that. Like, I just love, like, there's a look for everyone. I feel like we have the cool tone colors right over here, and then we have like the metallic shades here as well. And then you can do like a warm tone, a cranberry tone, a purple look, a smoky eye, a brown smoky eye. Like you can do so many things with this, and the fact that it's so cheap is so nice. I'm really debating on buying a backup just in case this finishes, because I do hit pan like on my favorite ones. Like these are by far my two favorite ones, and like I just don't want to like never have it again. Do you know what I mean? Like what happens when I'm 20 and like I run out of like half of the shades in there, like, and it's completely gone because they're collaborations. So if you guys really are interested in buying this collaboration, I definitely say get your hands on it. It will be available sometime Friday. I don't really know. I think it might be 10 Pacific Standard Time. I'm not sure. Don't quote me, but definitely get your hands on this. And I definitely say if you're like thinking about it and don't know what to do, get your hands on it, because this sold out in 2 days and that was not expected. And it was said that it was going to come back even earlier, and it didn't. It's coming out like next year. So this, you know, because it was in December or whatever. Anyways, really good palette. These are definitely my A1 OG like favorite palettes that I could think of. And then for glitter, there are two brands that I really want to, you know, shout out and bring attention to. It is the J. Cat's Beauty Sparkling Glitter. I don't really know what it's called. What is it called? Oh, Sparkling Powder. And I have about 7 different one of these. I've used several of them in my tutorials, and I just really like them. They're super cheap, and just look how much you get. I think these retail for $3, and they're always like out of stock because they're so good. The pigmentation is like what you get in the bottle is what you get on your eyelids. I love it's so like small. It's so pretty. And like I can't say anything good. I can't say any. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I can't really say anything bad about this. I really, really like the glitter. I think that if you're looking into glitter but you don't want to spend money on it, it's the perfect glitter to get because it's super inexpensive and you get a lot of product worth what you pay, you know? And then last but not least for the glitter and for the eyes, my favorite hands down type of like glitter that isn't, you know, in a bottle or isn't like separated, it's not loose pigment glitter, is the Revlon Photo Ready Eye Arts. I found this because of Juicy Jazz, the person I just said, and I actually use this for my prom. I love this. So it's like you want glitter, but you don't want the mess. That's what everyone says when they talk about these. These are a perfect thing. They are a little pricey for like what you get to VH. I feel like that's why I haven't gotten any more, and also because they're not cruelty free. But it comes with the cream and then the glitter. So like you apply the cream first and then the glitter on top, and that's what they look like. And I just freaking love both of them, the glitter and the cream. I really like that product, and I think it's really cool and innovative for Revlon to come out with something like that. I feel like, I don't know if any other like drugstore brand has done it, but this is definitely worth checking out. Even though it is a little pricier, it's like $9, and I just feel like I just wouldn't spend $9 on this, but I did, you know, but I just don't want to buy another one of these, but this is really, really good.
I have a lot of stuff to get through, and we're already like 15 minutes in.
So now moving on to the face, my favorite foundation of the year has definitely been the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth Foundation. I am the shade 120. I love this foundation. It's dewy and it's nice and it sits nice. It is tacky. You do have to set it if you're one of those people that want to set. I don't set my face because I'm already so dry. And even this foundation, even though it says dewy and smooth, when I have really bad dry skin, it clings onto those patches. So I really try to avoid setting my face whatsoever. But this is definitely one of my favorite foundations I have tried. Getting my under eyes when I'm done with the concealer, my favorite loose like baking powder, whatever, has been the Airspun Loose Face Powder. This, you guys have seen it. Oh, sorry. You guys have seen this. It is like, it's been through it. I mean, it's in really good condition actually, but I've like, do you guys see that? Like, I've used so much of it. Eventually I get a new one, probably like in the middle of the year I'll probably get a new one. I do really, really like this. I actually, instead of baking, I set my eyes and it worked really, really well. This just works really well, and I have no interest or intention in buying the Laura Mercier one because the Laura Mercier, first of all, is not cruelty free, but also it's way too expensive. If I can find something so cheap as $7 at Walgreens, why am I gonna go spend 40 something dollars, almost 50, or is it 60? I have no idea for something that, like, and this is huge too. The only thing, the downside is that it has a really strong like baby powder smell, and so a lot of people don't like that, but for me, I don't really care. I love this. Like, I can't smell it on my face once it is on my face, if that makes sense. It's really good. Now, for setting the face, if I ever want to set certain areas, which is usually my contouring setting, like I like to set this, and then sometimes my nose and like my temples up here, just so the contour and the bronze can go a lot better. I use the Wet n Wild contouring palette. This doesn't say dulce de leche, but I've also used a caramel toffee one. Both of them are amazing. They work very well. I just prefer this one. I've hit pan actually on both of them. I don't know if you guys can tell. I prefer this one because the contouring shade is a gray cool tone color compared to the other, the caramel toffee. It's definitely more of a bronzer, and I use that to bronze my face instead of contouring now because I know that like it just works better. Like, I just know it works better for my skin. This one I'd like to dust it off with, if I ever break, I just dust it off. The yellow one is also really, really good. So these are really, really inexpensive. They're like $4. I definitely say they're worth the money. They're cruelty free. You're not harming any animals. So I definitely say grab it. It's awesome. Now for bronzing up the face, I'm sorry if I'm talking really fast. For bronzing up the face, the butter bronzer is where it's at. This is where it's at. It smells really good, and I know it doesn't work for a lot of skin tones. It's like you either pale or you're like a light, very light shade. And this works for you, which works for me. I love this. It is really buttery. Like, it's super, super buttery. Like, look at the, I don't know if you guys can tell, but you guys can see, like, the buttery. And I love the pigmentation. Like, it's perfect for my skin. I really like how it bronzes my cheekbones and my temples. It's what I have on today. Everything basically is what I have on today besides my foundation, I believe. It's really, really nice. I really like this. And then before I do highlight, because I have like two standout of the year, I just want to bring up blush. I'm not a blush person. I would prefer to bronze up my face than to blush. But I've had this forever, and it's probably maybe the only palette I'll ever have, and any blushes. I mean, it's whatever. I don't really care. This is definitely one of my favorite blush palettes I've ever had. Even like when I was small, I would get like, the city color or whatever. So those are some shades. These are really buttery and really light, which is why I love it so much and why I picked it. This one's the Hot Spice. Let me see. Hot and Spicy. This is the Hot Spice palette by Makeup Revolution. You can find this at your local Ulta and then online as well. I really, really like this. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about it because I'm not a blush person, but if you ever aren't a blush person and you just want a blush palette, just one, this is definitely worth the money. This is $10, and like they're always like half one, buy one. Buy one, get one half off. Now with highlight, I did an option for drugstore and then high end. So drugstore wise, I'm going with the e.l.f. palette. I just bought this recently as well. I mean, like within like the last month. And this is really new to me, but it's one of my favorite highlighters that I found at the drugstore. The only downside is that it is really, really powdery. But it is so worth the money. This is only $6. And I have hit pan on this one. It's very small, but I definitely have hit pan. I only use these two, and then these two I use it for like a bronze or a blush topper. I really recommend this if you're on a budget like me, because we're always on a budget. I mean, unless you're like filthy rich, whatever. But yeah, so this is really, really good. And the fact that it varies, like it has a variety for different skin tones is awesome. And then for high end, I really had to shout out Lorac highlighter in the shade Starlight. This highlighter is my favorite. I try not to use it too much because This is expensive. This is really expensive. This is like $22. It's so expensive. But it's really, really pretty. Let me give you guys a swatch. Oh, I put that on top of my bronzer. Ah, just, can you guys see that? Can you guys see that? Okay, that little, like that right there, that's this highlighter. It can go really nice and like subtle, or you can really, really, really build it up, which is the best part about it, that you have like the option to start subtle and then build it up. I really like this shade. I got this when it was like the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, and I got it half off. That's the only reason why I got it, let's be honest. But this is beautiful. I love this, and I definitely, like, if I had to pick only one highlighter and I had only to rebuy, it would be this one, even though it's $22. They have lasted for a really long time, so it's really nice. And then last but not least, let's talk about lips. So I don't have any specific lip shades, but I have a brand and a certain category of like that formula, and it is ColourPop Cosmetics. I have a bunch of ColourPop Cosmetics like liquid lipsticks and satin lips or whatever. Majority of these are satin lips. I have two little trays right here full of them. I absolutely love the satin lips. If you're ever wanting to try anything from ColourPop, I recommend the satin lips because they're like a liquid lipstick, but comfortable, and although they are not transfer, they're not kiss proof, and they do transfer. They are beautiful. Their shade selection's really, really nice, and they last a really long time, and I rarely have to reapply depending on the shade. I really, really like them. Some of my favorite ones from the top of my head, from the top of my head, is Alyssa Point Zero. I guess those are my favorites. And then for like a matte, the only matte I ever like is Lumiere 2. Definitely recommend it. I also have all of the metallic shades. I don't wear them. I actually don't really like the formula, so I'm not really going to say much about that. But I do think they're really good. They're really good. Like, Ultra Satin, really good formula. Really glad they came out with one. And then quickly, I just wanted to mention BH Cosmetics brushes because I think they're amazing for the eyes and the face. And then also the e.l.f. blending brushes and crease brushes. I wanted to mention that because that's all I ever use on my channel, and I absolutely love their brand and their brushes and what they have to give, and amazing that they're cruelty free. And then I also did want to bring up, last because I forgot, is the Essence Make Me Brow little holds in place eyebrow. I freaking love this. I've used this. I've got this like way in the beginning of the year, and it's really amazing. It's just like the Benefit Give Me Brow, I believe that's what it's called. It looks exactly the same. I really, really like it, and I definitely like all these things. As you can tell, all this was drugstore besides that highlighter. I really like to stay within budget. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know your favorite Best of Beauty 2016 comments below. Yeah, that made sense, I think. Beauty products down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry that it's so long. I'm going to cut it down a little, hopefully. And then I'm really sorry that I kept on talking really fast. It's just I really want to get through it. I'm so, so sorry. Anyways, if you guys are new, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!